People would be better off if public and private institutions cut existing form-filling requirements dramatically. And if a cab driver insists on asking you to choose which route you want to take in an unfamiliar city, you might wish he hadn't asked and just selected the route that he deems best. When you are having lunch or dinner with a friend, it's often most considerate to suggest a place rather than asking the friend to choose. There is a related point. Our lives are actually full of things that we have by default, and without necessarily exercising our power to choose. Deciding by default is an omnipresent and often wonderful feature of human life. You may have chosen a cell phone, but you didn't choose all of its features, and it has a lot of default settings, many of which you can change if you wish. If you decide to work for a particular employer, you might well find yourself with a health insurance plan, a retirement plan, and a series of rights and obligations that you did not specifically select, though you might well be able to change them. If you are a student, default rules establish much of your relationship with your college or university. Countless decisions are made by default, in the sense that some kind of presumption or default rule is in place, subject to override by those who are affected. There is a close connection between these points and the question of wealth and poverty. If you are wealthy and live in a wealthy or well-functioning nation, you are free by default, in the sense that the social background is just fine, and you don't have to devote your time and attention to making it so. If you are poor, or live in a poor or dysfunctional country, your freedom is badly compromised, in the sense that the social background is far from fine, and it forces you to attend to a large number of problems that rich people, or people in rich or well-functioning nations, need not worry over. You are unfree by default. You are not in chains, at least not literally, but life might start to feel that way. There is a high cost to being poor, and one of those costs is cognitive. The sheer number of questions to which you must attend, and the difficulty of managing your life, reduce or maybe even obliterate your ability to attend to matters that most interest and concern you, perhaps including your own personal and professional development. If you lack time, you lack freedom. It is no accident that people who are in jail are said to be serving time. These claims are meant as essentially timeless and universal truths. They are about the human condition. But there is a more immediate point, and it is distinctive to our era. The world is now in the midst of a period of extraordinary technological change, in which the nature of default rules and the relationship between choices and defaults is very much in flux. More than at any time in human history, it is simple to ask people, what exactly do you want? Active choosing is feasible in countless areas, whether the question involves health care, travel preferences, investments, or computer settings. Where people used to have to rely on others or to defer to some kind of default, they can now decide on their own. There is a sharply contrasting development, and it is also occurring in the current era. More than at any point in human history, it is feasible to tailor defaults to people's personal situations. If you are young or old, male or female, tall or small, fat or thin, rich or poor, well-educated or not, a default can be selected for you. Indeed, it is feasible to go much further. If you are John Smith or Mary Williams, a default